on NAOV. That's the one we looked at. It was the micro float of the day. It took a little while to start at 980, but it did run up. And if you didn't miss that entry, you have to learn how to get into some other entries. So in the chat room, we have a chat room here, and you'll see me call it out even down here at the 980 area right here. You'll see it down this low. Where is it? Right here. Now, that's the 1090 break, and then it got a little bit lower right before the open. And so right here, got the 966 move actually, and then we're going to look at it grow the whole time, and we're going to go over those trades, even call this one out a little because you start seeing selling being removed, so buying started coming into HSDT, even if it was short term. But NAV, big player of the day, we're going to go over it and draw it, and then maybe erase it and draw it again. So when I get up right around here, and I just look at mark lines. So I mark this little 10-10 line right here because I see this is previous level right here. So that's what I'm looking at. But I'm watching it downtrend, and then when I see these wicks right here is when I get in. I start looking at that low, and I go, okay, well that has to prove itself and then go. And so that's the 966 area. It's still fighting currently because we're actually seeing the chart live. Want to go over this. So if you see a pullback, what we look for, the next thing is once it broke out over to VWAP, then you got to go, well, it's going to pull back from VWAP because there's going to be people that take their orders and go. And then right here, you start looking at what's it going to do to prove itself. And once it taps VWAP, it's going to have to break VWAP. So you're sitting here, it did big fight, but once it broke out, the killer moved to test the previous level right here at the 1427 level where it had this morning, and then it did a nice pullback. So if you're buying late and not getting out this, we did draw a ascending wedge. We thought once that has a big pullback, it has to follow this pattern. And if you notice, it didn't follow the pattern, but as soon as it got down here, we start calling a VWAP bounce again. And the reason is it went below, and you start seeing the wicks at the bottom now. So right here, I called out the 12 line. Actually, I did get into this trade right here at 1166 again because that's the previous level. So when you look at support and resistance, you're going to see these levels bounce off of previous levels. That's the level where so if you see resistance later on, if you miss this trade, wait for a trade and see if you can get a support bounce. And then the same thing here, it's still trying to make it. If it's going to break, it's going to have to break this 1502 because of the wicks are now forming at the bottom. So you're going to sit there, wait patiently. If you're good, I did get this trade, this 14 top, because it did pop down here and grab me. So hey, y'all have a good one. Thank you so much.